I mentioned this a little bit in my last video, but this was no accident. I've never heard of this CASA program before, the 6th Judicial District CASA program, until today. I came across this organization today for the first time. No accident. He's like, do you know what CASA is? I'm like, no, what is it? He's like, it's for abused children and neglected children. It's for people to advocate for them, volunteer to advocate for the abused child to the judge, you know what I mean? On whether that child should be removed from the parent's home, removed from the parents permanently, or not. Heavy decision. Yep. But God feels it's time for this kind of thing for me. Yeah. Why is this a big deal? I was one of those kids that no one stood up for, that no one advocated for. No one, not even Jesus himself, advocated for me. Hence the reason I've turned against Jesus my whole life. Yep, I was his number one enemy. Yep, because of that. Yep. No matter what anybody says out there, I don't care what they say. I don't care. I don't care what they say in the comments, nothing. But people have figured it out. I'm the most abused child that's ever lived. Yeah. And God knows it. Yeah. When you can be put up to a lie detector test, and they ask you, do you think you suffered more than Jesus himself on the cross? And you can say yes, and it'd be truth on the lie detector test. You've been abused the most, okay. Yeah. So, but the farther I go, the realize that I didn't suffer more than Jesus, which is crazy. Which is crazy. I have strangulation scars on my neck. I have, all these scars all over my body. You know what I mean? And that's just the physical. That's not counting every other thing I've been through. Yeah. Yeah. So God thinks I'm ready for this, so I signed up. So if they call me, then I'll step up to the plate. I will. Yeah. At this point, I obey the law. I obey more laws than anybody on the earth, because God has laws above the earth's laws. God has more laws than just don't go past the speed limit. God has way more laws that I'm trying to live. Yep. If I'm going to represent God, I have to live by a higher law. Pretty much where the police fail, I will succeed in obeying the law. Where the police fail, that know the law, serve the law, lock people up for the law, I will obey the law better than them. That's what we're talking. You think they all obey the Word of God law above this earth's law, society's law? No, not like God's training me. So, but yeah. So this is a big step. It is. It'll be interesting to go and each child's house, as I am now, and investigating myself. Yep. I'm so good. I'm so good at detecting if a kid's being abused. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. I'll be like, parents, don't interrupt. Don't interrupt. Let the kid talk. Okay, the kid's talking. He's trying to speak truth. He's trying to tell what's really going on. Don't interrupt. I don't care if you're going to prison. I don't care if you're going to prison, but you are. Let the kid talk. That's what's going to go down. Yeah. So. It'd be a sight to see, you know what I'm saying? To kind of see the hostage situation of the kid that I know very well. That I know very well. And God knows I know very well. If I look in the kid's room and it looks like a hostage situation, he's just biding his time until he dies. Just so hopefully God kills me while I'm watching Dragon Ball Z. Hopefully God kills me while I'm playing this video game. Hopefully God kills me if I see that kind of thing, that kind of thing that I live myself, wishing that God would kill me to get out of this situation with these abusive parents. Yep, that kid's getting removed. Yeah. I'm gonna be doing for the kids what I thought God should have done for me. I'm not kidding. What I thought God should have done for me, remove me from the home, remove me, advocate for me. God didn't do that. What I thought God should have done for me, He's having me do for kids right now. I'm not kidding. Yeah. I can spot a scapegoated kid in like 2 seconds. No physical bruises. The parents are like, there's no bruises on him. There's no scars on his body. I'm like, he's been abused more than you. Yeah. Save your words. Save your words. I don't care that there's no physical bruises on his body. He's abused severely. Okay? Okay? Now, go back to your room, parents. You know what I'm saying? I won't go like that, but I'll just go to the judge and be like, yeah, he's being abused pretty bad. So the judge be like, are you sure? How do you know? I was in his position. I was an abused kid. I know he's being abused. So anyway. Be interesting, but God feels I'm ready for this at this time. One by one, removing the children from the abusive homes, one by one, no matter how long it takes. Yeah. No matter how long it takes. Until they're all in a family that is healthy. The family's not involved in a Mormon cult or any kind of cult or an alcoholic home. The parents aren't alcoholics. They're not going. The parents aren't into drugs. The parents, you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. So, yeah, because I've been in those false families that put on a fake front. That's a lot. I've been in that situation. that kid is getting removed out of there. Yeah. But we're so perfect and fake. Aren't we putting on a good acting for you? Aren't we putting on a good acting for you? Why aren't you believing my acting? Why aren't you believing my acting? Because my parents were actors as well. That's why I don't believe you're acting. Okay? We're getting the kid out of the home, okay? Say goodbye to your kid for the last time. You'll never see your kid again. That object that you pretend to love, but you don't. We're getting him out of there. We're getting him out of there. Yeah. I'll save one scapegoat kid. That's the reason for my videos in the first place, is to reach that one scapegoated kid. Everyone else can burn, I don't care. I'm saving that one scapegoated kid. And he's going to get saved, and he's going to walk with God forever, okay? While his parents burn in hell. That's how the story goes. Yeah. So, people are going to figure it out. People are going to figure it out. If they haven't figured it out yet after all this time, they will. They'll figure it out. Once their children are removed from their home, they'll figure it out real quick. Yep. Should thought twice. Should thought twice before being involved in a cult. Should thought twice. Yeah. Ugh. So, should thought twice before being a raging alcoholic. Should thought twice. Yeah. The kid's going to Jesus. That's where the kid's going. That's where he's going. He's going to Jesus. Yeah. And I'll take the kid myself to Jesus himself. Yep. Indeed. Because God already knows who the abused kids are. He already knows. He knows all. He knew that I was being abused when I never talked. I never said I was being abused for years, decades. God knew I was being abused. That's how good God is. He'll send me right to where the kid's being abused. He'll send me right there. Yeah. And it's probably people I've already seen that I'm handing flyers to get saved. I'm handing flyers to people to get saved. But God knows the kid inside is getting abused. That is going to get removed from the home. Yep. So that's the next step. Yeah. And with this, I can do it legally. Because I'm working for the courts. So, court appointed. Working for the courts. Court appointed. Special advocates. Court appointed. That's what we're dealing with. I'll be working for the courts. I've seen corrupt judges, but it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing, okay? Maybe the courts will clean up their act if I'm there. Maybe they will. I don't know. Or maybe they'll crucify me like they did Jesus. I don't know. Only time will tell. It's an interesting thing to put in my path. I never heard of these people. CASA, never heard of them. I didn't even know something like this existed. I thought CPA or Child Protective Service, CPS. I thought that was what it was. It was just CPS, Child Protective Services. But this is something I've never heard of entirely. Never. And God knows it. So I'll save this video. I better get somewhere else